1 week ago, at this hour, terror and tragedy were unfolding inside Greenwood Park Mall. Gunfire in the food court that took 3 innocent lives and changed dozens of others forever.
There was a shooting at the Greenwood Mall.
Okay, how many shots have you heard?
There was like 15, 12. I don't know. There was just a lot of them.
Okay, what I need
Everyone ran.
Okay, you need to either hide somewhere or get away, okay?
We're leaving the building right now.
Dispatchers took around 100 calls from frantic shoppers and family members that evening, bringing a massive police response to the mall. And tonight, we are hearing from witnesses who were inside the food court during that shooting. A father and daughter were working when it happened. Mexican Grill Cinco de Mayo is located in the food court right next to the restroom where the shooter started his rampage. The manager says this has been a very long week for he and his employees.
My employees, we're still in shock. You know, we still like kind of like took around. You know, like we don't feel safe. You know, and I can see and I can tell that these customers they are the same too, because they're like no customers in coming into the mall anymore like how they used to.
Tonight at 11, we'll have more on how employees who work in the mall are trying to move forward and what they say the mall is doing to help everyone feel safe again. Meanwhile, tonight, police are still trying to pinpoint a motive in the shooting. Investigators right now processing his damaged phone and laptop, which might contain those answers. Now, that suspect was killed last Sunday just 15 seconds after he left the food court bathroom by an armed citizen. 22-year-old Eli Dicken pulled out a gun, took aim, and took out the threat.
I find him to be an absolute hero.
I cannot believe it. Can you believe there was an armed citizen there?
I feel sorry for the guy that shot the guy. You know, I mean, he's got to live with that the rest of his life.
Autopsy results revealed the suspect was hit 8 times from 40 yards away. Shooting experts were very impressed.
What impressed me the most as far as your average civilian shooter was not the number of rounds fired, not the hit rate, not the time, but the distance. To have that level of performance with that level of difficulty was just super, super impressive.
Over the last week, we've learned more about the people who lost their lives in the shooting. Victor Gomez was a 30-year-old husband and father. He was at the mall with his wife and 3 young kids. Pedro Pineda and his wife Rosa, both from Indianapolis, were sitting at a table having dinner in the food court. They leave behind 8 children. And this weekend, we witnessed incredible generosity from the community for those families during a food fundraiser. Friends yesterday were able to raise more than $26,000 to pay for funeral expenses. On West 30th Street, volunteers and friends of the Pinedas sold homemade tamales, empanadas, and pupusas. They received cash donations there as well. Organizers do plan to share the proceeds with the family of Victor Gomez. Well, terrifying experiences like this shooting can take a while to sink in, but it is important to reach out and get help that you might not even realize you need just yet. A mental health professional says if you witness the Greenwood Park Mall shooting, now is the time to start thinking about seeking a therapist to help you deal with the trauma. Gene Witten with Gateway Counseling says everyone responds differently to trauma. Even if you feel okay right now, he says sometimes unresolved trauma can appear years later.
We feel like we're okay. And then 3-4 years down the road, we're wondering, why am I reacting this way to these particular events? You know, maybe I smell something that triggers that traumatic experience. And we wonder, why am I going through this now?
Along with seeking a mental health evaluation, Witten says families who were at Greenwood Park Mall together should not underestimate the power of listening and having open conversations.